Frickin' believable.
Hey everyone, Nick Brick here with another unbrickin' believable build. This time we have one of the original wonder weapons, inspired by 1900s visions of the future. Here is the LEGO raygun from Call of Duty Zombies. This detailed LEGO raygun replica features a moving trigger, working reload function where you eject atomic batteries and load in fresh ones, and if we take off this cover and throw a switch inside, we have brick stuff LEDs on the barrel to make it pop. Having dimensions of 15.5 inches long, 9 inches tall, and 3 inches wide, this build contains over 1,200 LEGO pieces and took 2 weeks to design and build. As always, here is a banana for scale. Impressed so far? I appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe if you're new here. Also, comment your idea of what you want to see built next. So, how did I make this? It wasn't made from instructions, so let's go through the design process of this build. First, inspiration. Why the raygun? I already built one back in 2013. It was decent. Pretty cool it was brought to a real-life recreation of Nuketown. Well, that didn't stop a lot of people from requesting it on a recent YouTube short. A lot. I would reply to some of these comments with a link to the 2013 raygun and thought, I could do that better now. So between that and seeing LEGO Masters finalist Boone's LEGO Rayguns at Bricks Cascade in March 2022, and having more detailed rayguns appearing in Call of Duty since Black Ops 2, the last time I played zombies a lot, it was time to design a new LEGO build. I kicked things off with the barrel, knowing I definitely wanted to use this golden tire as the immediately recognizable front sight. At first for the crosshair I used a rocket fin base piece, which looked awesome in first person, but it stuck out too much for my liking in a side view. This led to the 1x1 flower plate, which shrunk the crosshair, but it no longer sticks out. Also, I happened to find one of these in my collection, and you wouldn't believe how rare this is. Yeah. From there, after using a totally reasonably priced rare piece, I continued design work on the barrel. This barrel design is similar to my original in 2013, but this time it was made to receive batteries for a reload. Originally I wanted to fit larger batteries, but these 3 stud wide batteries wouldn't fit into this 2 stud wide gap. Damn, this battery was such a good idea, but sometimes you gotta throw out those good ideas because it just doesn't work sometimes. Next was the gauge in the rear, which I absolutely wanted to do brick built. The cut stickers method from before just didn't cut it. See what I did there? Here's the first idea I came up with, which just wasn't round enough. So it was quickly switched out to this design that uses a friction fit. Looks sketchy, but it holds up a lot better than it looks. With the gauge designed, most of the major details were roughed out, and it was at this point I got my order of brick stuff LEDs in. Just enough space inside for a coin cell battery box. And these LEDs shining through a new milky, glittery trans blue? Damn, love at first sight. It was all coming together. In the zombies mode, I noticed with each trigger pull, the cog in the rear spins, which is something I wanted in this model. This was my first cog design, which could spin well, but there were 2 problems. It was too wide, and I found out the battery box sticks into where the cog would spin. So the new cog design eliminates almost half the teeth and can't spin. But that's okay. I think it looks pretty sweet. Final detail, the grip. Thankfully I had the foresight to include Technic 1x8 bricks accessible inside, so I used that to my advantage as a grip connection point. The grip on the raygun in Black Ops 4, which was my main reference for this build by the way, has a texture of horizontal grooves, and I made that on my grip with bracket pieces that leave half a plate gap. This is probably my strongest angled pistol grip design yet. There's that expensive engineering degree at work, folks. With the grip and trigger section finished off, the LEGO raygun was complete, but it needed a stand better than this. What could make a cool LEGO raygun stand? Mystery box. What's Zombies mode without the iconic mystery box and its creepy jingle? Using a lot of tan and clear pieces, plus some more brick stuff LEDs, a mini mystery box stand was made. Can you recognize the hidden secrets inside? So a lot has changed since 2013. New pieces, new Call of Duty zombie modes with new raygun references, new inspirations, and new fans of unbrickin' believable builds. Thank you, the support means more than I can say. So here it is, a new LEGO raygun, but there is one more surprise. Instructions! That's right, I have instructions available for this raygun. Link to my website in the description. I promise I didn't put that very rare red octagon piece in there. Also on my website, I have an entire merch store. T-shirts, poster prints, stickers. Whether you buy merch or instructions or simply watch and like and subscribe and interact on my videos, it's greatly appreciated and keeps me motivated to make new builds. Subscribe for more unbrick-and-believable LEGO builds. Also, like, comment, and share if you enjoyed the LEGO raygun from CoD Zombies. Check out more CoD builds in this playlist, which includes the original 2013 raygun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Nick Brick out.